If the Roman legions were so undeniably powerful, capable of conquering and holding an empire spanning millennia, why did no other army, no matter how ambitious, simply copy their blueprint for success? Rome's dominance, its seemingly effortless subjugation of countless foes across diverse terrains and cultures, stands as a testament to military genius. Yet, the replication of this success proved utterly elusive. For centuries, historians and military strategists have grappled with this enigma. The answer, it turns out, lies not in the simplicity of copying a single element, but in understanding the intricate, interwoven tapestry of factors that constituted the Roman military machine. It was a system of interlocking components, each meticulously designed and functioning in harmonious synergy, a holistic approach that proved practically impossible to duplicate in its entirety. The Roman legions weren't just a collection of soldiers. They were the embodiment of a sophisticated state apparatus. While other armies boasted impressive numbers and battlefield prowess, none possessed the organizational depth, logistical sophistication, and enduring institutional strength that characterized the Roman military. Simple imitation failed because it disregarded the underlying principles. The carefully cultivated interplay of manpower, training, technology, logistics, and the all-important ideological glue that bound all together. Copying the gladius, the short sword, or the pilum, the javelin, was trivial. Replicating the esprit de corps, the unwavering loyalty born from decades of rigorous training and a shared identity, proved insurmountable. Let's delve into the key components of this formidable machine. Firstly, the recruitment process was far from haphazard. Roman citizens were bound to military service, creating a consistent flow of manpower. Furthermore, the legionary's career was structured. It offered opportunity for advancement and tangible rewards, fostering a sense of purpose and loyalty that went far beyond mere mercenary interests. This structured career path also ensured a steady supply of experienced, well-trained veterans, forming the backbone of the legions. The training regime itself was brutal and rigorous, demanding unwavering discipline and physical prowess. Years of drills, maneuvers, and rigorous physical conditioning forged legions that were not merely soldiers, but highly skilled, highly disciplined fighting units capable of sustained operations across vast distances. This was coupled with sophisticated engineering prowess, manifest in construction of advanced fortifications, siege weaponry, and strategic road networks that facilitated rapid deployment and logistical support. Rome's logistical network stands as a testament to its organizational brilliance. Vast supply chains, managed by a dedicated and efficient bureaucracy, ensure that armies remain well supplied, even in the most remote and challenging theaters of war. This logistical capacity was a key differentiator. While other armies often faltered due to supply shortages, Roman legions could operate for extended periods, sustaining protracted campaigns and sieges. Finally, we must not underestimate the ideological underpinnings. The Roman soldier was imbued with a sense of civic duty, patriotism, and loyalty to the empire. This wasn't simply blind obedience. It was a deeply ingrained sense of shared purpose, forged through generations of tradition and reinforced by effective propaganda. This ideological glue proved vital in maintaining cohesion and morale, even in the face of setbacks and adversity. It fostered a sense of collective identity that went beyond mere mercenary interests. In conclusion, the Roman army's success was not solely attributable to its weapons or tactics. It was a seamless integration of a meticulously crafted recruitment system, an arduous training regime, an unparalleled logistical network, and a powerful sense of shared identity and purpose that made it virtually unreplicable. It wasn't simply a matter of mimicking individual components. It was a synergistic effect of these interwoven factors, a holistic system that was profoundly difficult, if not impossible, for other civilizations to fully emulate. To truly understand Roman military dominance, one must look beyond the weapons and formations and recognize the intricate organizational and ideological infrastructure that underpinned its enduring success. The Roman army, therefore, wasn't merely a powerful force. It was a perfectly calibrated system, a masterpiece of military engineering and social engineering, a legacy that continued to fascinate and inspire awe for centuries to come. What set a Roman legionary apart from any other soldier of his age? The answer lies not in some mythical prowess or inherent superiority, but in a brutally effective system of training, standardized equipment, and ironclad discipline. This was a military machine unlike any the world had seen, forged in the fires of relentless preparation and honed by the ceaseless demands of empire. The extreme training regimen, the meticulously standardized equipment, and the brutal discipline imposed upon them were the cornerstones of their exceptional military capability. Yet, to simply emulate their training and equipment would be to misunderstand a Roman legionary's success. The true essence lay not just in the physical capabilities, but in the intricate web of societal factors that fueled their unwavering loyalty and effectiveness. To replicate their success requires understanding the complex interplay between individual prowess and the overarching structure of the Roman army. The training of a Roman legionary began early, often from a young age for those drawn from poorer families seeking advancement. Potential recruits, whether volunteers or conscripts, underwent a rigorous selection process, weeding out those deemed unfit physically or morally. The training itself was arduous and brutal. Years were spent honing physical fitness through grueling exercises, running, wrestling, swimming, and carrying heavy loads across challenging terrain, forging endurance and strength that were crucial on the battlefield. But physical strength alone was insufficient. The legionaries were also drilled relentlessly in the arts of warfare, learning to wield their weapons with deadly precision, to form and break ranks with lightning speed, and to manipulate the terrain to their advantage. Their training was not merely about individual combat, but about coordinated movement and strategic maneuvering, a symphony of synchronized action that rendered them a force far greater than the sum of its parts. The standardization of their equipment was equally significant. Unlike their adversaries who relied on a hodgepodge of weapons and armor, the Roman legionary was outfitted with meticulously designed and manufactured kit. This included the iconic gladius, a short sword ideally suited for close-quarters combat, the pilum, a javelin designed to penetrate enemy shields, and the scutum, a large, rectangular shield providing exceptional protection. This standardization not only ensured efficiency in supply and maintenance, but also fostered uniformity of combat effectiveness across entire legions, facilitating coordinated maneuvers and maximizing their impact on the battlefield. But perhaps the most defining characteristic of the Roman army was its brutal discipline. Punishments for infractions, from minor offenses to desertion, were swift and severe, ranging from floggings and imprisonment to even death. This harsh discipline fostered a culture of obedience and cohesion, crucial for maintaining order and morale within large, diverse units operating far from home. The legionaries' loyalty was not merely to a commander or a flag, but to the legions themselves, to their comrades, and to the structure that guaranteed their protection and survival. This bond, forged in hardship and cemented by shared experience, was a powerful force that fueled their incredible fighting spirit. The success of the Roman legionary, therefore, was not merely a matter of superior training and equipment. It was a product of a holistic system, a carefully constructed societal and military structure that molded individual soldiers into an extraordinarily effective fighting force. The discipline, the standardization, and the rigorous training formed a tripod, each leg vital to the overall strength and stability of the Roman war machine. Understanding this interconnectedness is key to comprehending not only their military dominance, but also the broader implications of Roman military organization and its lasting impact on the history of warfare. Why were Roman formations so overwhelmingly effective on the battlefield? The answer lies not in brute strength or superior weaponry alone, but in a revolutionary approach to military organization: flexibility. While most armies of the ancient world relied on rigid, static formations, vulnerable to disruption and lacking adaptability, the Roman legions boasted a dynamic structure that allowed them to respond to the unpredictable chaos of combat with unparalleled efficiency. Consider the armies of Rome's contemporaries. The Greek phalanx, for example, a formidable wall of spearmen, was devastating when facing a similar formation head-on, but its rigidity proved a fatal flaw. A flanking maneuver, a sudden charge through a gap in the lines, or even the simple disruption caused by rough terrain could unravel the entire formation, turning an organized force into a panic mob. Other armies, such as the Carthaginian or Gallic, relied on similar static formations, exhibiting comparable vulnerabilities. Their tactical options were severely limited by the inherent inflexibility of their military structures. Their success often hinged on surprise and overwhelming numerical superiority, rather than strategic adaptability. The Roman solution was the ingenious system of maniples and cohorts. The legion, far from being a single monolithic unit, was a complex organism composed of smaller, independent units. The maniple, a tactical unit of around 120 men, possessed a remarkable degree of autonomy. Unlike the soldiers in phalanx, tightly bound together by their formation, maniples could maneuver independently, responded to changing circumstances on the battlefield with incredible speed and precision. This inherent flexibility allowed Roman commanders to swiftly exploit enemy weaknesses, reinforcing struggling units, shifting flanks, and adapting to unexpected terrain. This was not merely a matter of abstract strategy. The training regimen of the Roman legionary was crucial to the effectiveness of the system. Years of rigorous drills instilled discipline, cohesion, and an almost instinctive understanding of their role within the broader formation. Each legionary was not just a cog in a machine, but a skilled professional capable of independent action while maintaining close coordination with their comrades. The cohort, a larger unit comprising several maniples, provided a further layer of organizational depth, allowing for coordinated movements on a larger scale. The centurion, the leader of a maniple, was not simply a commander. He was a crucial tactical decision-maker, possessing the authority and experience to adapt his unit's actions to the ever-shifting circumstances of battle. The effectiveness of the manipular system is evident in the long and illustrious history of Roman military success. From the Punic Wars to the conquest of Gaul, Roman legions repeatedly demonstrated their superiority, adapting to diverse opponents and challenging terrains with ease. Attempts by other armies to mimic the Roman system often proved unsuccessful. Simply adopting the structure without understanding the underlying principles of training, discipline, and strategic flexibility resulted in poorly coordinated and ineffective imitations. The Roman legion's success wasn't merely about its organization. It was about the sophisticated interplay between organization, training, and an inherent adaptability that allowed it to triumph over vastly different enemies and challenging environments. The flexibility of the manipular system was not just a tactical advantage. It was the very foundation of Roman military dominance for centuries. How did the Romans ensure their army functioned regardless of who held ultimate command? The answer lies not in a single charismatic leader, but in a system so robust, so deeply ingrained, that it defied the chaos of war and the vagaries of fortune. The Roman military machine, a seemingly unstoppable juggernaut that conquered a world, didn't rely on the whim of a single general. Its power lay in its unparalleled system of decentralized leadership and efficient hierarchy. The fall of a general on the battlefield was a catastrophic event for most ancient armies. The loss of the supreme commander often led to disintegration, rout, and utter defeat. The Roman legions, however, operated differently. They possessed an inherent resilience, a capacity to adapt and endure even in the face of the most devastating losses. This was not mere luck or coincidence. It was a direct consequence of meticulously designed command structure. While the generals, the consuls, and later the emperors held ultimate authority, the true backbone of Roman military power resided at a far more granular level. The key to this remarkable resilience lay in the institution of the centurion. Unlike many ancient armies relying on the inspirational presence of their commander-in-chief, the Roman army possessed a nested hierarchy, a layered structure of command that effectively diffused authority. At the heart of this system was a centurion, a professional soldier whose authority transcended the whims of individual generals. Centurions were experienced veterans, rigorously selected and promoted based on merit, not social standing. They commanded units of 80 men, leading them through years of rigorous training and countless battles. Their authority wasn't merely tactical. It was deeply ingrained in the daily life of the legion. They were responsible for the discipline, training, logistics, and even the morale of their men. This fostered a sense of loyalty and stability that went beyond the allegiance to any single general. The loss of a consul might cause a momentary disruption, but the centurions, steadfast in their duties, maintained the order, discipline, and fighting prowess of their units. This continuity ensured that the legions could continue to function effectively, even in the absence of a supreme commander. Consider the implications. A Roman army might suffer significant losses in a battle, including high-ranking officers, even the general himself. Yet, the legion, far from collapsing into disarray, would regroup, reorganize, and continue to fight under the leadership of its experienced centurions. This decentralized command structure contrasted sharply with the often fragile leadership structures of Rome's adversaries. Their armies, heavily relying on the charisma and presence of a single commander, crumbled when that leader fell. The Romans, however, possessed a resilience and adaptability that ultimately proved decisive in their conquests. The effectiveness of the Roman centurion system wasn't just a matter of military organization. It reflected a deeper understanding of leadership and human psychology. It empowered lower-ranking officers, fostering a sense of responsibility and ownership amongst the troops. This empowered and experienced core of leadership ensured that even in the face of adversity, the Roman army possessed an astonishing capacity for self-organization and resilience, a vital element in their remarkable military success and enduring legacy. The Roman system of command, therefore, stands as a testament to the power of decentralized leadership and the critical role of competent, experienced, and empowered officers at every level of command. It is a lesson in military strategy and organization that continues to resonate through military history to this day. How could Rome, time and again, raise army after army without exhausting its resources? While other nations faltered under strain of prolonged warfare, Rome marched on, seemingly inexhaustible. The answer lies not in brute force, but in a sophisticated system of resource management and logistical prowess, a hidden strength that underpinned its centuries-long dominance. The legion's victories were as much a testament to their discipline and tactical brilliance as to the intricate network that supplied them. Unlike its contemporaries, Rome didn't rely on haphazard levies or fleeting alliances for manpower. The Roman army was a professional force, recruited from across the vast empire. This vast pool of potential recruits, drawn from diverse backgrounds and regions, ensure a constant flow of manpower. Furthermore, the system wasn't solely about numbers. It was about sustaining those numbers. Feeding, equipping, and paying a legion was a monumental task, far beyond the capabilities of most ancient states. Yet, Rome consistently succeeded. The key to this logistical mastery lay in its intricate network of roads. The Roman road system, a marvel of engineering, was more than just a means of travel. It was the arteries of the empire, facilitating the rapid movement of troops, supplies, and communications across vast distances. These meticulously engineered roads, built to withstand heavy traffic in varied terrains, allowed for the efficient transportation of grain, weaponry, building materials, and other essential supplies from far-flung corners of the empire to the front lines. This infrastructure provided a crucial advantage, allowing Roman armies to maintain their momentum and sustain prolonged campaigns in far-off lands. Beyond the roads lay a sophisticated system of warehousing and distribution. Strategic depots, strategically located throughout the empire, served as vital hubs, stockpiling provisions and equipment ready for deployment. These were not simply storage facilities. They were carefully managed operations, ensuring that supplies reached their destinations in a timely and organized manner. Accurate record-keeping, another hallmark of Roman efficiency, played a critical role in this process, allowing the central government to monitor resource levels, anticipate shortages, and efficiently allocate supplies based on real-time needs. The acquisition of resources wasn't merely a matter of efficient distribution. It required a robust system of taxation and tribute. Rome's extensive territories provided a vast pool of resources, including agricultural produce, minerals, and manpower. A well-defined tax system ensured that these resources flowed consistently into the imperial treasury, providing the financial means to fund the army and its operations. Moreover, conquered territories often paid tribute, further supplementing the empire's coffers and providing additional manpower and resources. The Roman ability to exploit conquered territories also played a vital role. Victory wasn't simply about conquest. It was about securing the resources of the conquered lands to sustain future campaigns. Control of key agricultural regions ensured a steady supply of food for the legions, while the exploitation of mines and other natural resources provided vital raw materials for the manufacturing of weapons and equipment. This strategic approach to resource management ensured that military successes translated into long-term economic benefits, fueling the empire's growth in military capacity. The seemingly inexhaustible nature of the Roman military wasn't a result of magic, but a meticulous planning, shrewd resource management, and a vast logistical network. The Roman road system, its sophisticated warehousing, the efficient tax system, and the strategic exploitation of conquered territories all worked in concert to create a powerful engine of military sustainability. This hidden strength, often overlooked amidst the grandeur of Roman military triumphs, was a vital foundation upon which the empire built its power and longevity. It was a system that ensured that, regardless of the battlefield's outcome, Rome always possessed the resources to fight another day. Did other civilizations attempt to replicate the might of the Roman legions? The answer, surprisingly, is a resounding yes. Throughout the centuries of Roman expansion and dominance, numerous kingdoms and empires found themselves grappling with the seemingly insurmountable power of the Roman war machine. Witnessing Rome's breathtaking military successes, many rulers sought to emulate its effectiveness, hoping to forge armies capable of challenging, or at least resisting, the seemingly unstoppable tide of Roman conquest. Perhaps the most ambitious and ultimately tragically illustrative example of this emulation is found in the reign of Mithridates' sixth Eupator, king of Pontus. Mithridates, a monarch of formidable intelligence and strategic acumen, ruled over a kingdom strategically located on the periphery of the Roman Republic. He witnessed firsthand the relentless efficiency of the Roman legions, their disciplined formations, and their logistical prowess. He understood keenly that Rome's power stemmed not solely from brute force, but from a sophisticated military system honed over centuries. Mithridates, therefore, embarked on a comprehensive program of military reform, attempting to build an army in the Roman mold. He employed Roman military engineers and tacticians, adopting Roman tactical maneuvers, and even equipping his troops with Roman-style armor and weaponry. He strove to instill Roman discipline within his ranks, instituting rigorous training regimes and demanding unwavering loyalty. His efforts yielded a formidable army, certainly a force to be reckoned with. His armies even managed some impressive victories against Roman forces in the early stages of their conflict. But the crucial flaw in Mithridates' imitation lay in a failure to fully grasp the inherent complexity of the Roman military system. He could copy the outward forms, but he could not replicate the essence. Mithridates' army, while impressive in its size and equipment, lacked a centuries-old tradition of cohesive unit cohesion, the ingrained discipline, and the unwavering loyalty that characterized the legions. The sophisticated logistical network that underpinned the Roman war machine, allowing for swift movement and sustained campaigns, was not replicated in Pontus. Ultimately, despite his best efforts and the undeniable military prowess he displayed, Mithridates' attempts to create a true Roman-style army fell short. The inherent cultural and societal differences between Pontus and Rome proved insurmountable. His armies, while formidable, ultimately succumbed to the superior organization and enduring strength of the Roman legions. Other rulers, from the Parthian emperors to various Germanic tribes, also attempted to adopt aspects of Roman military organization and tactics. Some enjoyed temporary success, demonstrating that certain elements of the Roman system could be effectively integrated into different military structures. However, these partial adoptions rarely led to the creation of a truly comparable fighting force. The story of Mithridates and others who attempted to emulate Roman military might underscores a critical historical lesson. Rome's military success was not merely the result of superior equipment or tactical innovations. It was the product of a deeply interwoven system, a complex tapestry woven from military organization, sophisticated logistics, unwavering loyalty, ingrained discipline, a sophisticated legal and political framework, and a highly developed infrastructure. Copying some elements, even many elements, was insufficient. The true strength of Rome lay in the harmonious interplay of all its components. This intricate interplay, deeply embedded within Roman society and culture, was impossible to replicate simply through superficial imitation. It was a system too complex, too finely tuned, to be easily copied or readily adapted. The failure of Mithridates and others serves as a powerful testament to the unique and irreplaceable nature of Roman military genius. Why did no army ever truly replicate the power of Rome? The legions marched across 3 continents, conquered vast empires, and maintained order for centuries. Their military prowess seemed unmatched, a seemingly replicable formula for dominance. Yet, throughout history, countless armies, inspired by Rome's legacy, have attempted to emulate its success, all ultimately falling short. The answer, however, lies not in a simple list of tactics, but in a complex interplay of factors woven into the very fabric of Roman society and history. The Roman military system wasn't merely a hierarchical structure. It wasn't simply a matter of legions, centurions, and tactical formations. It was a physical manifestation of a culture, a society forged in the crucible of centuries of conflict and shaped by a unique confluence of circumstances. To understand Rome's military dominance, we must move beyond superficial observation of its organizational charts and delve into the deep-seated cultural and historical forces that underpinned its power. Imitating the Roman army structure was like copying a recipe without understanding the quality of the ingredients or the skill of the chef. Roman discipline was legendary. It wasn't merely obedience. It was a deep-seated internalization of duty, instilled from childhood through rigorous training and a carefully cultivated ethos of civic responsibility. The legionary wasn't simply a soldier. He was a citizen soldier, invested in the success of the Republic and later the Empire. This sense of shared purpose and unwavering commitment to duty transcended mere obedience to orders, creating a fighting force with exceptional morale and resilience. No other army could consistently match this level of ingrained discipline. Roman military strategy wasn't static. It evolved continuously, adapting to new challenges and opponents. Their understanding of combined arms warfare, the synergistic integration of infantry, cavalry, and siege weaponry, was unsurpassed. From the manipular system, allowing for tactical flexibility on the battlefield, to the sophisticated use of fortifications and siege engines, Roman military strategy was characterized by a profound understanding of both theory and practice, constantly refined through experience. While other armies might adopt individual Roman tactics, they rarely grasped the overarching strategic principles that guided their deployment. The Roman military system fostered exceptional leadership. Centurions, tribunes, and generals were not merely appointed. They earned their positions through merit and proven competence. The system rewarded ability and initiative, ensuring that those leading the legions were often experienced and capable commanders. This meritocratic approach, coupled with a culture that valued competence over lineage, resulted in a consistent stream of highly skilled military leaders, a crucial element often missing in rival armies. Rome's logistical prowess was perhaps its most overlooked strength. The ability to supply vast armies across vast distances, to maintain a consistent flow of supplies and reinforcements, was crucial to their long-term success. This intricate logistical network, involving advanced road systems, strategically placed supply depots, and highly organized transport, allowed Roman armies to operate effectively far from their bases, a feat beyond the capability of most of their contemporaries. This logistical superiority allowed Rome to sustain prolonged campaigns and outlast its opponents. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, the Roman military demonstrated remarkable resilience and adaptability. They learned from their defeats, adapting their tactics and strategies to overcome challenges. They integrated conquered peoples into their army, enriching their ranks with new skills and perspectives. Their ability to absorb shocks, bounce back from setbacks, and consistently learn from experience proved to be a crucial factor in their enduring success. This capacity for continuous self-improvement set them apart from other armies, which often crumbled under pressure or failed to adapt to changing circumstances. In conclusion, the Roman military's dominance was not the result of a single, easily copied factor. It was a product of a complex interplay of discipline, strategy, leadership, logistics, and a remarkable capacity for resilience and adaptation, all interwoven within a unique historical and cultural context. Attempting to replicate the Roman army without understanding these fundamental aspects was akin to trying to build a skyscraper using only blueprints. The structure will inevitably collapse under its own weight. It was this holistic and deeply ingrained nature of the Roman military machine that made it truly unique and ultimately unreplicable.